When we hear AI, we usually think of helpful things, right? Like chatbots or self-driving cars. But there's a much darker side to this evolution. AI isn't just making old crimes faster, it's literally creating entirely new ways to cause harm. Automated, invisible, and scalable in ways we've never seen before. This is a fundamental shift in what crime even is. Let's dig in. Just imagine this for a second. Your phone rings, you pick it up, and you hear the voice of someone you love, a family member, and they're in a total panic, begging you for help. It sounds exactly like them, but it isn't. It's a perfect digital copy, an audio deepfake, created by a criminal algorithm built to manipulate your deepest emotions.
And no, this isn't some far-off sci-fi plot. This is happening right now. We're living in a world where harm can be coded, automated, and deployed at massive scale. This is the age of algorithmic crime.
So, what does this new kind of crime actually look like? Well, it starts with something incredibly personal and human, our voice.
And this is happening all over the world. In Mexico, you've got the CJNG cartel using AI for these highly sophisticated emotional fraud campaigns. Then get this. In Bolivia, the Sanra clan managed to clone the voice of the Minister of Education from inside a prison to sell fake government jobs. The method is terrifyingly effective. You use AI to create a perfect voice clone, you stage a fake kidnapping or some other emergency, and you prey on a person's instinct to help their loved ones.
So what we're seeing is this really fundamental shift. For so long, a criminal's power was measured by their capacity for physical violence, how many guns they had. Today, it's measured in bytes. The AK-47 is being replaced by lines of code. The very definition of violence is changing right before our eyes.
And there's a term for this, algorithmic violence. It's pretty straightforward. It's using code and algorithms to cause real-world harm to people, but without ever having to touch them. It's automated psychological, financial, and social damage, all delivered through a screen.
But these individual scams are just the beginning. We're now seeing criminals build entire factories dedicated to digital crime.
Take a look at this satellite photo. What does that look like to you? Maybe a modern office park? A new tech campus? Well, it's actually a place called KK Park, and it's a purpose-built city on the border of Myanmar and Thailand dedicated to one thing: manufacturing digital crime on an unbelievable scale.
So, what is this place? Honestly, it's like a hybrid monster. It's part corporation, part paramilitary camp, and part crime syndicate. It's run by Chinese triads, it's protected by local armed militias, and its engine is tens of thousands of people who are trapped in what can only be called digital slavery. It is a modern slave state built to power digital crime.
And their business model is just as systematic as it is horrific. It starts with recruiters using fake job offers, high-paying tech jobs, to lure people from all over the world. The second they arrive, their passports are taken and they become prisoners. From there, it's forced labor, 17-hour days running these AI-powered scams. The billions they generate are then laundered through cryptocurrencies to make it all disappear. It is human trafficking on a massive scale, all to fuel algorithmic crime.
So we've seen how this industrial approach works for financial crime. But now, that same thinking is being weaponized for a totally different goal: to automate ideology and control what people believe.
A key example here is ISIS. They've developed a program they call News Harvest, which uses generative AI to create and spread their propaganda across the globe, basically replacing human preachers with synthetic AI avatars.
And the strategy here is really sophisticated. First, they create these AI news presenters that can speak multiple languages to reach a huge global audience of potential recruits. Then, they use these avatars to justify their violence, attack local governments, and just completely saturate social media with their messaging, all without ever having to put a real human leader at risk.
And this gets to another really important idea: ideological automation. See, the AI isn't just a megaphone for them. It's becoming the actual architecture of their communication strategy. They're replacing the need for a charismatic human leader with the slick, technical credibility of an AI avatar that can be everywhere, all at once.
So we've gone from personal scams to industrial-scale crime to automated propaganda, and now we've reached the final frontier, geopolitical conflict, where entire nations are waging a war of realities.
We've all heard the term fake news, but we're way past that now. State-sponsored groups are trying to build entire fake realities. This is cognitive warfare. The goal isn't just to make you believe one lie, it's to shatter your ability to tell the difference between truth and fiction at all, to destabilize society from the inside out.
One of the best examples of this is the Russian doppelganger operation. Just look at this. On the left, you've got a trusted, legitimate news source. On the right, a near-perfect clone. They aren't just making fake posts. They are duplicating entire media websites, the layout, the font, the logo, everything, with stunning precision, and then just slightly tweaking the headlines and articles to push their own narrative.
And this is a coordinated, multi-pronged attack. So while Doppelganger is cloning media sites, another group called Storm 1516 is pumping out synthetic videos of fake citizens giving emotional testimonials. But the most insidious layer might be a group called Matryoshka, which has a truly chilling goal: to poison the AIs themselves.
Their strategy is called epistemic contamination. What they're doing is deliberately feeding fake documents, made-up studies, and altered historical records into the online databases that AI models use to learn. The endgame? To poison our digital knowledge at the source so that future AIs will treat these fabrications as historical fact. The war for truth is literally being fought inside the algorithms.
So, after all that, what does it all mean? How in the world do we even begin to fight back against a threat that's so massive and in so many ways completely invisible?
The reality is, the very nature of criminal power has changed. It's not about a charismatic kingpin or a top-down organization anymore. It's about who controls the code, who has the data, and who can shape the narrative. It's about building these systems of programmed harm that can be copied and pasted anywhere in the world in an instant.
And this leads us to the core problem for anyone trying to stop this. As the report we've been looking at puts it, the true challenge is no longer to capture the boss. It is to shut down the system. You can't put an algorithm in handcuffs. You have to find a way to dismantle the entire infrastructure it runs on.
And that really brings us to the final question we have to ask ourselves. In a world where a few lines of code deployed from halfway across the globe can completely ruin someone's life, what does justice even look like? That's the enormous challenge we're all facing now.